Incredible greetings. And then I just realized I have not set up TikTok in a few days, weeks, somewhere in there. It's been a minute since I've set up my tripod and put it on my screen for TikTok. So let's do that today. Hold on, y'all. All right. Let's see. It's probably because my tripod was also acting cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and it kept like leaning forward whenever I was using it, especially with this new Samsung because it is heavy. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, see, I think are you gonna lean? Are you gonna lean on me? Lean with it, rock with it, lean with it, rock with it. All right, so let's see here. Let's get this set up. All right, so we have that set up, and now let's get this all shared out. Let's see, let's go over here. How are you guys doing? This is a live broadcast, so we do have to wait for the audience to build. If not, I'm going to be talking to myself. So we got to wait for the audience to build for me to share this out, for you guys to share it out. So please do so. Hit that like button. Tag a friend. Let us know where you are watching from. Do all of the things. And I am sharing everything out. How are you guys doing? Let me go ahead and there we go. Put that on there. So I did put my kind of our, instead of it just, we have this up so that way if you're watching the playback of this, once you see this go away, then you know that we have officially started everything. And let me put my disclosure on over here before TikTok blocks my broadcast. There we go. Why does it seem so dark in here? Oh, maybe because I don't have on the light. Oh no, it just seems very, very dark in here. Well, at least TikTok. I don't know if it's just y'all. Maybe because y'all are going into the light. Step into the light, Caroline. It just seems very dark, and I don't know why. Because it's really not that dark in this room. I think it's just because it's going into the light. Let me see. Let's try and close this. Yeah. We'll see. Alrighty. Let me finish getting this all shared out. I don't remember which group I just shared this to. I shared it to, I think, 2 of my groups already. I'm not sure. Not sure at all. I'm going to go ahead and put this back here just in case. All right. There we go. We are all shared out. So hopefully those notifications will hit. Hello, hello, hello. listening in while working, thank you so much for tapping in and letting me know that you are on the live. You may not be able to engage fully, but you are listening. You can always learn just by listening, but it's always helpful. We have some people on who can actually ask some questions so that we have some content for you to listen to. Let's see. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. The lighting is kind of crazy, but incredible greetings nevertheless. Welcome in, everyone, whether you're watching over on Facebook, YouTube, or TikTok. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Double tap that screen if you're watching over on TikTok. Hey, 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 incredible greetings. All right, so we have 2 listeners. Hopefully we get some folk on who are able to type out their questions and receive some help. This is also one of the perks of being a part of Creative Lounge, because when we have the pro call sessions, you are able to like unmute and not just type out. I know typing can sometimes be a little bit of an issue when trying to really articulate and get across what it is you're trying to ask. That's why you should join the Creative Lounge and join us for our pro call sessions, because they are real-time help sessions where you can communicate. If it is a design question that you have on your computer, you are able to share your screen and let me see that, and I can help you through it and just get to your end results a lot faster. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get into this. Hopefully by the time I get through this intro, we have at least 1 question posted. That way we can kind of get going with the questions. And as more and more people come in, they will drop their questions. Okay. So welcome again. I am Shakia, the professor. Our company is HS Inc. 365. We are the home of the Honestly Speaking brand of products. We carry the absolute best sublimation paper and ink. If you don't know, our sublimation paper allows you to sublimate as low as 365 degrees, as fast as 30 seconds. No cover paper required, whether you're using butcher paper, parchment paper. You should not be using Teflon sheets, but some people choose to do that. And they take this big risk, even with using our paper, because if it happens to blow out the sides and you get that ink on those Teflons, hey, and you now start to see that transfer on your next project, that is why. But with ours, it does not blow out the back. So as long as you are not cutting too close to the edge of your paper to where that ink can blow out of the sides, you should be okay. All right. So you can get it done quicker, faster, more efficiently using our paper. We don't use premium matte. We use plain paper, bright white, which utilizes less ink, and you're still going to get amazing results, full saturation, full vibrancy, and be able to stretch your craft dollar, okay, or your business dollar. Increase your profit margins because you're not buying ink as much, and you'll be able to do more jobs if you're doing sublimation, because you can sublimate them at a faster rate when using our paper. So definitely check that out. We are also the home of Silhouettes Anonymous. That is where I have been teaching you guys how to use Silhouette Studio as a graphic designing software. So although I do have 7, now I have 7 Cameo machines. I have a Caesar Romeo. I have a StarCraft Solo. I've had old school Cricuts with the cartridges. My main thing is, is Silhouette system. I use it, and I mainly got my Cameos for print and cut purposes. But you can use it for a wide variety of things. People use it for stickers and creating, like doing HTV. I've done that. I've done adhesive vinyl. I used to sell decals to the parks for cheer and football and track and things of that nature. I've done a lot with my machines, but I cannot do anything on the machines if I don't know how to create the design, or at least bring a design in. So I focus heavily on what I truly feel is the foundation, the backbone. It's the heart of crafting and creating, and that is the design part. Whether you are designing yourself or you are going to purchase designs from someone, it all starts with a design. Okay. And some of these designs are not set up ideally, depending on what it is that you want to do. So I also help you figure out, like, what's the best course of action, like what's the best route to take with an image, with a file, depending on what it is you're wanting to do with it, like what works good for HTV or adhesive vinyl or paper crafting or sublimation or digital files or DTF or screen print transfers, embroidery, rhinestone. I bridge the gap. I fill in those holes. We see all of the final products and they look amazing, but how do we get to that point? That is the main, part of like what I do, is really trying to help creatives, help crafters get to that point of, like finalizing the design, sizing the design so that you can create some really, really cool, amazing things. All right. So I mainly, like I said, I do have machines. I utilize them. You don't really see me use them as much because it's just cutting. We have dedicated classes that goes over all of the machines and just understanding your cut settings and like how to do print and cut and things of that nature. But when I'm on live, most times you won't really see me utilizing the machines. It's about the foundation. It's about the design part of it, mainly Silhouette Studio. Although Silhouette Studio is the program that is used to control the Silhouette family of machines, Cameos, Portraits, Curios, Mints, Alpha, it can be used as a standalone design software. It is vector-based, meaning things that are made up of shapes and paths, letters. You can do a lot. It's how you cut vinyl. It has to be vector in order for you to be able to cut layers of vinyl or layers of paper to put it all together. There is a full-on graphic component of it as well. You can bring in JPEGs and remove backgrounds and resize it and arrange it and modify it to create digital products, as well as the design to be printed for physical products that require printing. There's a lot that you can do. Don't sleep on it. If you are currently sleeping on Silhouette Studio because you feel like, oh no, Photoshop is the program to use for design, or oh, I like Canva. Each program has its limitations. I utilize all three of those. I really have about 5 programs that I have in rotation daily to complete the task for my business when it comes to designing. They all offer something, a little bit different. When I'm on the go and, if I'm out and about somewhere and I need to create on the go, I love the fact that I have access to Canva. But when I am sitting at my desk, unless I'm working on something business-wise or like e-guides or like the video series I'm doing for my son to help him with his sight words, I prefer to be in a actual design program where I can really modify things such as Silhouette Studio or Photoshop. Okay. We have our flagship class, which teaches you the ins and outs. I am someone that truly believes in foundational education. You struggle more when you don't understand the program. Most of the questions that I see in groups is because they never got any true foundational training to learn the program. Last night in our pro call, there was someone that said, man, it's amazing. Like, I love the fact that I understand the program like enough to where I'm calling out what it is that you're going to do to create this before you even do it. Like, that is the ultimate goal for me, for you to have just as much of an understanding of these softwares and programs to where everything just feels limitless. Like, you can do anything. Okay. So I rambled on enough, hopefully to get some questions started. This is a live Q&A session. Everything that we provide during these sessions it's all based off of your questions. Okay. If there are no questions, then there's no audio, there's no answer, then it's a very boring and dead video. So make sure that you guys are posting your questions. You don't have to wait for me to finish a question to start your question up. The more questions I have in queue, the better it is. Okay. And I try to go through all of the questions that are there. And, I'll give you like a last opportunity to ask questions and things of that nature. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this. Okay. Let's see here. I'll just open up Silhouette Studio just so that I have this on screen in case it's a Silhouette question. All right, let's go. I did see something over here. I saw a comment on TikTok first, so let me go back to that one. Find that. Wait, you said you don't have to use premium presentation paper. with our paper. I cannot guarantee like for all brands, but with our paper, that is correct. Like this tumbler, which I'm gonna try and turn this, even though I don't want to really put this. What the heck? That's not gonna help. But this tumbler, plain paper, bright white. Let me see if I can follow. Here is my mouse pad, which you can't barely see. Hold on, let me turn y'all. Okay, there we go. See? Plain paper, bright white for this. Okay? I don't use premium matte. Premium matte takes, I mean, you can use it. I'm not gonna say there are times where I have used premium matte and I just take down the density. It just depends on like, but for the most part, plain paper, bright white, set to the highest possible quality. It's gonna print out a lot faster than premium matte, and you're still gonna get vibrant colors. Okay, so let's see. I think that was the only one over on TikTok. Make sure, oh, come on, guys. We can do better than that. Let's double tap that screen. Hello. I'm going to say, I guess I can wave hello to everyone. So let's say hello over here and make sure that you guys double tap that screen. Okay. Drop your question, say hello. Let me know your city and state where you are watching from. Same thing over on Facebook and YouTube. Let me know where you are watching from. Like, tag a friend. Also, let me know what you do in the creative space. Okay. So let's see. What type of printer can I use for stickers and foam board? I'm not sure what you mean as far as like when you say foam board, what type of printer to print directly to foam board, or you're trying to put stickers onto foam board. But for stickers, literally any type of printer. You can use a dye-based printer. You can use a pigment ink printer. You can use a laser printer, a white toner printer. I also have a eco-solvent, a true eco-solvent printer to print onto adhesive vinyl. So it just depends on, you know, please hold. Okay, sorry about that. That was my husband. Let's see. But yeah, clarification on the foam board part. But for the stickers, literally any printer. I have a Canon, it's a dye-based printer. It's a Canon Pixma 3272, I think it is. I've used that for stickers and things of that nature. I've used my Epson workforce printer. I've used my Canon printer. So really, there's just any printer. Incredible greetings. Thank you for tapping in, checking in on YouTube. Hello, Octavius. How art thou? Hey, Jesse. I just had that happen to me. Ink on a Teflon sheet. Didn't see it, and it transferred to a new job. Shaking my head. I'm telling y'all, people are like they're showing using Teflon sheets, and they're not talking about the fact that it is a synthetic fiber. It will transfer to your next project. Do not use a Teflon sheet, guys. Then to print on sticker paper with any printer, should you test out which is best? Because I have tried and the print smears on the eco solvent. So if you have, when you're saying eco solvent, do you have a converted eco solvent printer? If you have a converted eco solvent printer and you are trying to print to actual printable godly adhesive vinyl, it's not going to work. A converted eco solvent printer is only good for printable HTV. You cannot print to actual like cast vinyl, even with the calendar ones. So it's not made for that. You would need a true eco solvent like a Roland. And there's some other brands, but Roland is kind of like the least expensive one. So there's that. Now, she says not eco solvent and eco tank. Okay. So that isn't necessarily about the printer. And this is where a lot of the issues come in. People think about printers, but then they don't think about the paper side of it. A printer is going to do what it's supposed to do. It's just supposed to take the design, output the ink onto the media, i.e. the paper. all papers are not created equal. I test out a lot of paper. I just spent was it maybe a month, 2 months ago? I think like 250, almost $300 on paper, just testing out different papers, different adhesive, adhesive sheets, like they call it like vinyl sticker paper. And I'm testing it with like my Canon, my Epson workforce printer, my Canon dye-based printer, my Canon Pigment ink printer, my Epson printer. Some printers have photo black ink, which can smear. Some papers have a coating where they work best for dye-based printers, but to me, the blacks don't come out as strong when you compare it to using a pigment ink printer. So there are, I alternate between my printers. There are, different issues with different papers. Now, specific brands is something that I no longer provide. I can give you all the information. I go and I spend a lot of money testing because I'm passionate about this. I'm serious about my business. I want to make sure that I am using the right paper for the job to produce quality. So I do a lot of testing. That is a part of business. We can ask a lot of questions, but if the person that you're asking, if they don't have your exact same setup, the exact same printer that you have, the exact same ink that you are using, then a suggestion for paper and you're doing pretty much the exact same type of things, suggestions for papers may not work for you. Like I'll say, for me, I am one where I prefer matte paper over glossy. So I have more matte sticker paper, more matte regular paper in my arsenal than I do glossy, because for what I mainly was doing it for, which is for parties, and we're taking a lot of pictures. When you have glossy paper, you end up getting those glares from flashes and things like that, especially when you're taking pictures from like your phone and not a professional camera. So I prefer matte because it makes it easier to take pictures. And the printers that I use, I'm still getting great results. They're not dull as a result of me using a matte paper, because I'm using quality settings, quality ink, and I'm also using quality paper. There is a major difference in paper, coated paper versus non-coated paper. I did a video where let me go and try and find that. Nope, wrong one. Let's see. Oh, right here. And we're going to go to my YouTube. We're going to go to Honestly Speaking. Print. I'm not sure if I put print results or what did I put on there? Now I forgot what, you know what? I'll go dye versus pigment. There we go. I didn't put print on there. I put dye ink versus pigment ink, how to tell the difference and identify your printer type. So in this video, I had, I think, paper and adhesive sheets. I forget which one, but I was showing the differences in like the different printers. So when you have dye ink and if it's not coated paper, how it will run. But you can see the ink running on there. If it is a pigment ink printer, that won't happen. But then if it's coated paper, they both work the same. When I was going through the notebooks, I was showing the differences between like how certain colors printed. When I had the one with the bumblebees on it, and that was a lot of black, I was showing the difference between my 3 different printers and how the colors just came out so different. There is a science to printing, and it becomes a combination of the media that you're using, i.e. your paper or sticker sheets, and the printer itself. Okay. Incredible greetings. Do you think Surecuts a Lot 6 is a good buy versus paying monthly for? I don't use Surecuts a lot. I use Silhouette Studio. So you can use Silhouette Studio, get business edition, and you will be able to save as an SVG and save as a PNG or JPEG to be able to do print and cuts with Leonardo, or to create vector designs to be able to cut with Leonardo. So I don't use Surecuts a lot at all. I do actually have one. I don't really use it because it came with my US cutter. So my big industrial one. So I have that one, but I don't really utilize that except to send cuts to the US cutter. Yeah. So, I mean, if you prefer to, I'm not sure why that's a hang up for people to design and then go directly to the cutter. Not sure. People are missing out on a lot, in what Silhouette Studio can offer because they have this thing of just wanting to go from cutter from design to the cutter. I mean, hey, if that's your preference, then that's on you to do more research on that and see if that's going to work out better for you than paying monthly for Leonardo. For me, I don't mind. It's literally save, you open it up, like it's a 2-second process. So for me personally, that's not a deciding factor for me in what program I use. I know, like when I'm using my Roland, I have to go between two softwares anyway because Roland doesn't have this full-on design component for it. So I have to design it somewhere. I have to set my cut lines in a different program and then bring it into VersaWorks, which is the RIP software, to be able to print and cut it. So I guess maybe because I'm used to that and I know on a larger scale that's what's going to happen. If you ever take the time to look into how large print shops work, right? And that's one of my desires, is to have a larger print shop. You're not going to design on the system that you're going to print from or like send the cut from. Most people have a system that is for design, which is like a lot more robust system, more memory, a better graphics card, bigger hard drives. And then for the machines, and a lot of them will have their own system, or like maybe like one computer that feeds a few machines. You have to then save it and open it up over there, like on a server or whatever, and then send it to those printers, send it to those cutters. So maybe that's why like my perspective is a little bit different, because I'm not just thinking on it in-house, in-home crafting level. Like I do a lot of research on the bigger setups as well. I love Silhouette and all the tools. Your videos and classes have saved so much time for me. Yay! That's always the goal. Like that is our ultimate goal, is to save you some time, cut down on the time that it takes to create, so that you can get to the final product for that one job, that one project faster, and be able to move on to the next, especially if you are someone who is doing this for profit and you want to monetize your skill set. The faster you can get the designing done, the faster you can complete the actual project. Incredible morning. Thank you for tapping in. Make sure you guys give this video a like. If you have not liked the video, if you're watching over on YouTube, you do need to click out of the live chat in order to give the video a thumbs up. If you're watching over on Facebook, make sure that you are giving the video a thumbs up. If you're watching in the group, you can like the one in the group or click on the video to come to the main one. If you are in the group and you're like, because I shared it in a group and you actually happen to post a question and I have not gotten to your question, until I get like the notification or I go over here and look at it, I don't see the comments that are posted under the group post. You have to click on the video and come to the main video so that StreamYard picks up your comment. StreamYard will not pick up the comment from a group, okay? Again, you do not have to wait until one question is answered. before you post your question. The more questions that are in queue, we just have a lot of information to give out and we don't have as much dead air. This is not a class. Prepared classes, I do them every once in a while on here. And when I do prepare them, they come with a fee, right? You sign up on our website and you attend a live class via Zoom. But I am here to help you. As you guys like to say, I'm not here to gatekeep. If you have questions, I will answer them for you. But if you will sit in the background and you don't want to seem silly, you feel like it's a silly question, you're not going to get the help that you need. There aren't too many craft coaches. I'm doing that in air quotes because I absolutely despise that term. But there aren't too many craft coaches that are out there that are saying, hey, let me help you with your exact issue. A lot of them kind of go and just, hey, I think you need to know this. You need to know how to make Grinchmas boxes. You need to know how to make tumblers. You need to add chip bags to your business. You need to add transfers. You need to add digital products. You need to do this. And you end up moving so far away from what your original intentions were, right? Because they're feeding you so much stuff and you end up feeling inadequate, like you're losing out on something when you came to someone for help on how to make shirts. How do I trace? How do I use these edit points? How do I make these designs? How do I these are things that you wanted to do, but then you kind of come in and it's like, okay, well, I don't know about all that, but I want to teach you this, that, and the third. They're not asking where you actually need help at. This is the only platform that comes on consistently on just the free platforms to help you, not to help me. I mean, it does kind of help me because I get to promote the fact that we have the number one sublimation paper and ink. Our sublimation paper allows you to sublimate at 365 degrees, 30 seconds, right? As long as it's outputting that, right? That we have these amazing classes, Essentials of Select Studio, Essentials of Photoshop. We're going to go through Canva 101 next week, Monday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the Creative Lounge. You can learn Canva, you can go do pro calls. We're going to learn about, designing for the TV trays, all of that. And it's just $45.63. Like $43.65. I don't say 45. $43.65 for the first month. And unlike others where they kind of start you off really high, they start you off low and then you're paying more each month. We kind of start you off, it's a little bit, of a higher cost when you first come in, and then we give you a break. And right now it's only $25.63 per month to continue to get that information and that education. So always love your videos. Thank you so very much. Is there a way in Silhouette to quickly make an ombre with rhinestones? I know you can select, tap, and split, release. No. So yeah, it's that you're going to have to do it manual. It's not I'm not even sure if in even like Rhinestone Wizard, they make it that easy for you. So yeah, you're going to have to go in and fill in those colors. But you don't have to, well, I guess depends. So if you're saying move them one by one, I mean, have you ever used the lasso tool? Do you know about this tool and how to use it? So I guess is that one part. So, I mean, it's a manual selection, but you don't have to necessarily move it one by one. You can use the lasso tool. Have you ever utilized that tool? Are you enrolled in our Essentials of Select Studio program? All right, I don't see much activity over here on TikTok. And it looks like they have suppressed my viewership over here. If you guys want me to stay on, need me to stay on over on TikTok, I need you to double tap the screen or drop some comments. If I don't see the likes or any comments, any questions, we're going to go ahead and end the TikTok live. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Unfortunately, a lot of people want a program where you're only paying $50, well, actually, you're only paying $25 to get access to the rhinestone tool. And they're wanting that to be like a program that costs $500. Not going to happen. It's made for simple projects. If the majority of your projects are going to be more detailed and complex, it would benefit you to invest in those. If you know that you have the clientele for that and you need for it to be done faster, then you need to go ahead and invest in that software so that you can get it done faster. Now, if it's just casual for you, and if we're being honest and you're not like super, super busy, you don't have a whole lot of like orders and stuff going on, it's okay to have to maybe take a longer route because you don't have the business to support, like you said, the way your pockets are set up, you don't have the business to support that. So it's just about being efficient with the equipment that you have and not feeling like you are inadequate because you can't do it in 2 seconds flat, right? Utilize what you have. And there are some resources and like certain things that you can do when you understand the program. Okay, so in the essentials, and even with the rhinestone ones, if you get to that one, we talk about using the lasso tool. So let's say I'm just going to make a box here and I'm going to go over to the rhinestone feature and we're just going to fill this in with stones. Okay, I'm going to just fill these in with color because it's going to make it a little bit easier to see. I'll release the rhinestones. So the reason why, like now that you guys are not, it's not in a live session, it's okay to skip around. They don't necessarily go in order all the time to, okay, you have to know this, like they lead into one another. Each one is its own separate class. They're not full on like connected. So if you needed more information on rhinestones, jump to the rhinestone teaching. That's the joy of having access to the playback now. I know about the lasso, but I never remember what to use it for. It's a way to select things that you cannot select or you don't want to select in like a straight box or circle. Okay. So like, let's say I wanted to, I'm going to first create a gradient here. All right. So let's say you had some dark pink stones, you had some light ones, and then you're going to go into more of like the iridescent type ones. I'm not sure like, how you want to do your ombre. Two different things that you could technically do, right? Did you make a duplicate? Okay, there we go. So I'm going to sample the darker pink because we can't truly do like if you only have 3 colors, we can't truly do like where these colors blend at right here. So I'll just do that. I'll do like the lighter pink and then we'll make this one, more of that white color. So if we were using 3 stones, we have this, right? And you can select this, go like this, and then we're going to modify and crop. It's going to take a while because it's a lot of stones. But they will be kind of like, oh, wait, I forgot they were overlapping. Hold on. And I broke my own cardinal rule when it comes to cropping. So that was my bad. I actually forgot to copy. I'm going to group these together first and I'm going to copy them. So I use keyboard shortcuts. I love keyboard shortcuts. So Control G to group. Control C to copy, or Command G on a Mac, Command C on a Mac to copy. So I copy that, and I'm going to take the top one and we're going to crop. All right, so we're going to Control G to group that together. And then, so you're going to see here, there's nothing there technically. So now I'm going to go Control F to paste in front. Hold down Shift, select the lighter pink and crop. All right, Control G. And then Control F again to paste in front. Click, or you can right click and choose paste in front. I'm going to crop. So now that gives me those sections where they are automatically broken up. Now, what I did not bother to do was make sure that it did not split something off. So I can always technically remove one of those layers and just duplicate the next one up. So that's one way of doing it, where it's kind of a quick way to just kind of have them set up. You can also let's just go through here, group that, and duplicate this below. Line it up to the bottom edge. And I'm just going to weld all of this so they become one. Okay. So if I wanted to go like up in here, like you were saying, like doing it like individual ones and stuff like that, you can also use the lasso tool. So if I wanted to come up like this, okay, or even if I just did it where I'll automatically do it. So I'll go up, come down, go up, come down, down. So just in case I wanted to mix in some of these. And so see, I have them kind of sort of mixed in. So you would use your lasso tool to do that. If there's some more that I wanted to mix in down here from the darker colors, I can, again, use the lasso tool on these to kind of select those. So that's something that you can do to kind of get that mixed in look, is just randomly select it using your lasso tool. And then maybe even use the click and, click on individual ones to select them and fill them in with color. Same thing, with down here. So that's one of the ways that you can cut down time on individually clicking. It's utilizing tools like your lasso. I didn't know Silhouette had the lasso tool. Yep, it's there. Essential Silhouette Studio. I walk you through all of these. I'm telling y'all, if you have it, go watch it, guys. The first day, like when you're watching the original 30 days, I don't say the first, it's like the third day, I do a quick overview. So we don't go into everything, but I break it down. Hey, this is what's at the top. This is what at the left side, the right side. If you click on this and you see this bar. So I kind of give you an overview of everything that is in the system on that, like first day of like real teaching. And then we go and we break down each one of them. But yes, it does have a lasso tool. She says, yes, you are the GOAT. Thank you, Hans. I'm at work during the day. I don't like carrying my laptop every day. Can I install Business Edition? No, you cannot. Unfortunately, it is a computer-based program. You must have a Windows-based or Mac iOS-based system. You cannot do it on any mobile. Not iOS. iOS is the mobile device. A Mac OS system. You cannot do it on anything that uses iOS, which is the mobile version, or any type of tablet, phone, no mobile devices. All right. Thank you so much, Tasha, for the likes. If you are over on YouTube or Facebook, I would recommend going to watch over there. We're not getting enough likes over here. The viewership is kind of down. So me trying to focus on this one. If you guys want to engage, you want to see the rest of this content, I recommend going over to our Facebook or our YouTube to see the rest of this live video. And if you want to ask a question, to go ask over there. I am going to go ahead and end the TikTok live. All right. So until next time, guys, have a great one over on TikTok. All right. Yeah, that was just kind of pointless to kind of have that up. Last call for questions. Guys, again, I am here to help you. But if you want, I mean, would you prefer me just to teach y'all something? Because I can, but it's going to come with the price. If I go and I'm preparing a lesson plan and I'm going and I'm figuring out what it's going to come with a price. I got bills too. Okay. So if I do all of that and I'm prepping and I'm really prepping and bringing all the good stuff and have demos and this like that, I can set up a class for you. Whatever it is that you want, I can set up a class. I'm going to give you the link to go pay me. But for things that you are already doing, you just need a little bit of help so that it eases some of your frustrations. I'm here trying to help. But if there are no questions, hey, I'll hop off. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. But if we're going to sit here in silence, and that's a waste of everybody's time, and then that means this is kind of pointless, and then there's really no need for me to do these live videos. Incredible greetings. Thank you for dropping those peacocks. Hey, hey, hey. I recently downloaded a template for a shot glass from Creative Fabrica. It wasn't the right size and had 4 cutouts. How to quickly edit. Now, I mean, that's kind of a loaded question because I don't know exactly how it's set up. If you are able to tell me exactly what the file name is to where I can look it up, I do have a Creative Fabrica subscription, so I can look that up. Now, if it's if it's for a wrap and it's already arched, it's already in a cone, it's not going to be easy to just edit that or fix that because it's already in a cone shape. Now, if they gave you the version that was just flat, then you could use the cone warp in Silhouette Studio to get it to match your specific shot glass. I would hope that they put on there. I really don't like when people just put, oh, this is for a 2-ounce or a 3-ounce shot glass or 1-ounce shot glass, because is that a tall one? Was that a short one that was wider, or was it tall and more narrow? They're not all created equal. Every company makes them differently. So we can't just say 2-ounce or 1-ounce or whatever it is. They need to start putting in the description, this is for the Dollar Tree shot glasses. This is for shot glasses from this website, from 5 and Below, or wherever those shot glasses came from. It needs to be in the description. If not, people are just going to see shot glasses and think that it is universal, and it's not. So you're using the Dollar Tree shot glasses, but if they did not use Dollar Tree shot glasses to set that template up, then it's not going to fit, especially if it's already in a cone shape. Like if it's already arched, you need to have that design as a straight rectangle so that you can apply the proper sizing, like the proper measurements, so that it warps for your shot glasses. But I won't know that without seeing the actual file. So if you tell me what it is, like what the theme is, so I can put that in front of shot glass. Did you search shot glass wrap? But you have to let me know what, because I can put that in. There's one that was funny. There was one that said for sublimation template. So you got to let me know what it is that you search for. Okay, so it's for the 4-shot glass box. Okay, so 4-shot glass box template. Now that one should be now that should, well, see, no, that it doesn't come up that way. Did I put it in? Let me see. Shot glass box template. Yeah, nothing's coming up. So the title of it says shot glass box. Okay, let me just put shot glass box instead of template. Shot glass box. So no, there's an SVG for it, but okay, so 3D pillow. Okay, so this one right here. So you're saying that this does not fit your shot glasses. Is it too big? Is it too small? Have you measured your actual box? Have you taken your box apart and measured it to like, so you can take this, print it out and put it up against your box and see where the measurements are off at. It was too small and Dollar Tree. Okay, so this isn't made for the Dollar Tree one. Okay, so they made this. Okay. So they made this for specific shot glasses, like to fit certain ones. Let's see if their description says Dollar Tree ones. So holds 4 shot glasses. Yeah, it doesn't give, and that's, so a lot of people tell me that I'm too detailed, right? I have been told by consultants that I've talked to help advance and grow my business a little bit more because it's gotten us a little stagnant. Like now, like there's no reason why with a YouTube of 37,700 on one, 26,800 on another, 12,000 YouTube, Facebook followers. And, well, actually, no, I got more than that. I think that's how many I got in the group. But with all of the Facebook friends I have and followers, there's no reason why my live videos should be at 21. Like there's really no reason why I should only have 2150 viewers. Like that's absolutely insane, right? And so when I go to consultants, they tell me I'm actually too detailed. When it comes to my classes, they say that I'm giving too much information and, I'm giving people too much time to think about what's in the class. And like, okay, I'm giving them the opportunity to like nitpick. Well, I don't need this. I don't need that. They're saying that I need a little bit more suspense. Well, I don't want people to buy something from me and then they're on the internet saying, okay, well, this didn't work. Oh, this sucked. This was this. It's not what I expected. So I'm a type of person where I'm very detailed. I put exactly what something is for. If it's a template for something, I'm going to say it's for this, this, or this. When I'm doing my tumblers, I'm always saying I use this measurement because my tumblers measure this and I get them from X, Y, and Z. I mean, because that will frustrate me because the average like newbie doesn't realize that all shot glasses are not created equal. Boom. And that was what I'm going to tell you. That is actually what you should have done. That's not the hard way. That's not the I don't know what I'm doing way. That's the proper way. I literally just taught this last night in Essentials of Silhouette Studio, scanning and then tracing. And then creating the areas with lines and adjusting your edit points. That is what my suggestion was going to be. Since that one does not work for yours, it's to cut it open, it's to scan it, it's to trace it. Like you can do the regular trace, or you can manually trace it using shapes and then using your edit points to make like the curved areas and things of that nature. You are on the right track. That is how like templates are created. That is how I create templates for a lot of different things. I am scanning and tracing and modifying. Incredible greetings. She says, yes, I just showed these steps last night on how like you want to trace it and how you bring it in and how you want to scan it, you want to bring it in, and then you want to trace it. I love detail. I didn't get a notification for this live. Love your videos, and some people don't value the free jewels you drop. I'm still trying to adjust to Iowa time and completely missed last night's session. I need to figure out the time difference. All right, you are an hour behind me. So it is currently 9:06 in where you are located. It is 10. Well, now 10:07, 9:07 and 10:07. So you are an hour behind me. So when we say that our sessions are at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it will be for 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I tried updating my software last night, but I can't go back and select my text to edit and move now. Do I need to change something in the settings? Okay, wait. I can't go back and select my text to edit. So that would have nothing to do with updating the software. The only reason why you would not be able to edit text is if at some point you ungrouped, welded, made a compound path, or released compound path, subtracted, or cropped something. So you had to have done some sort of modification to that text thread to where now it is just a shape. So again, when it's just text, you have to leave it alone. If you want to make it into it will cut. Some people think that you have to make it a compound path or ungroup or weld in order for it to cut. No, you can type out text. And I'm going to purposely make this part a script base. With no color, it doesn't matter. When you want to go and cut it, it will cut. Now, the only thing is if these were overlapping, you would want to either weld. Now you cannot change the text anymore, or you want to jump to cut edge. So let's go back. I'm going to go to one where the text overlaps. Okay, not everything over here overlaps, but you'll get the idea. So if I go to send, oh, see, I'm already on cut edge. So if we look really close, we see a cutout right here, but it's not going to cut that because this is set to cut edge. So if I go no cut, right? If I go cut, you see how it's going to cut in that area. That is dark red in that area. But if I go cut edge, it will not cut that area. But I can go in here if need be and change the text. So you have to know all this is where know what your setup is, know what your intended purpose is, and this is where good classes come into play to prepare you for these things. But once you weld, convert to path, ungroup, make compound path, release compound path, crop, subtract, divide, intersect, any of those modifications, you can no longer change that text. It has nothing to do with the fact that you update it. I know I was hoping the later time, because some people were saying that it was a little bit too early, because at 6:30 places like Central Standard Time out, like it's like 5:30, 4:30, they're still kind of at work. So I can't do like super late. Even for those on the East Coast, if they're just getting home, they might be stuck in traffic, getting a little bit more time to get home. So we did the 7:30 session. And we're just testing it out for this month. We may end up going back to 6:30 if that was the better time for people, but we're just testing it out this month at doing the evening sessions at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, I just asked about the update. I just typed in the text and clicked out, but when I try to go back to select it, I can't select it. When I go back to an older version of software, it works. Okay, then it works to where you can click on the text, and that might have just been a bad version. Was there any reason why you updated? So if the old version was working for you, is it just because they prompted you? Because I've never had that. I'm not sure which version you went to. I'm currently using version 4.5.778. The versions, I can see, I'll look and see what their current version is now. You got a new machine. So you got a Cameo 5. Did you get a Cameo 5? So 4.5.815 is the most current one. I'm using probably the one before that because I normally don't ever really go to the one that's current. Now, you don't have to use the current version. If you go right here to legacy version, and this is, to be honest, guys, like questions like that, me being able to see what's on your screen. There's been plenty of times where my students have come into a pro call session that's via Zoom. They share their screen, and I'm able to help them in real time because it might just be something, simple. And then, or we'll discover that that's a bad version for their computer. All right, what's going on here? I clicked on legacy versions. Alrighty then. Can you guys still hear me? Is my internet down? Because this is just spinning. No, it's on Friday because I was trying to keep the dates consistent. So it's on Friday because in 2 weeks, Thursday would be Thanksgiving. So to keep it consistent, I made this month Friday. I made it Tuesday and Friday so that it's consistent in 2 weeks because we won't be able to do Thanksgiving. All right. So, actually, I'm way down. I'm here. So they've had all these versions. Any of these will work with the Cameo 5. So if this one, for some reason, you went straight to this one and it's not working on your system, then pick one of the others. The one that I'm using right now, 4.5.770, is that the one I have? I thought I said 8. Oh yeah, see? And they've gotten rid of this version altogether. That's crazy. They don't even have this one. This 778, that's not even an option right now. That is one of the downsides of Silhouette Studio is there's so many options. So see, they have 770. So I had a version that was somewhere in between here that's not even available anymore. But if whatever one is not working, but you have like all of these can be used for the Cameo 5. So choose any of them to see which one will work and still work with the new machine that you have. And as always, like I said, before when I'm doing the intro to Silhouette, I highly recommend before you update to any version, you always check the release notes and see exactly what the release was for. Sometimes the newer versions doesn't fix the system as a whole. It's just a patch for certain things within, like any issues that someone has complained, like enough people have complained about, and they're going in there to kind of fix it. So like the current version was a fix for the library. And so it says helps resolve and prevent user library loss, corrects encoding of special characters on the server, better handling of corrupted library entries. See, and it tells you this. Please download this build if you are experiencing issues with missing files in your library. Okay, that's what this one is for. If you weren't experiencing that, then guess what? You didn't need this version. This one was also about like downloading files. If you were someone that purchased files from the design store and you were having issues with it, then this is a version that could have corrected that issue. This would be probably the one that you want to go to because there were some updated firmwares for the Cameo 5 Portrait for Curio 2. So at the very least, if you have a Cameo 5, because they have added a new firmware, you want to be at least this version, which is 4.5.791. So try going there. You have to uninstall it. Try installing this one and see if you have the issues with being able to. So I see now you're saying that you can't even select it and move it, which that happens. I'm going to tell you guys a little trick, right? That has happened to me, and it's happened on live videos. It's happened in classes, and I've talked about this kind of hack. This is a true definition of a hack. I will go and put a box just somewhere, right? Fill that in with some color. And then when I select it, I'm not pulling from the text. I'll move from that box and it will help it move. It's so weird. It's a weird glitch. That is more so just a glitch. And it doesn't happen all the time. It's like certain things, whether it's text, I've had it happen to like actual design file. It was like an SVG and things of that nature, JPEGs, and it just gets stuck. And it's happened to me on live. It's happened to me in class. And I will show this hack. put a small shape there, fill it in with color. You can either group it to it. You can even make it to where it's off of the screen. Like let's say you don't want it to print. Like I could have this way up here, hold down shift, select these. And then let's say if I group it together, I'm still going to use this to move it around and just make sure that that little piece does not. And once I get it where it's at, you can always ungroup it and, delete that part. If it is on your actual design page, you can always delete it. But that's a little hack that I do. She says, I've had that happen plenty of times. And that's a little hack that I do. And I've shown that a couple times in classes on a live videos, how to just rectify that quickly. All right, last call for questions. And as you guys put your last minute questions up on the screen, well, in the chat, I'm going to take this opportunity to talk about some of the offerings that we have. Okay. Right now, all paper, we have about a week left. We don't run Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals on paper. We have some things coming up for some classes, one of which that might include some paper, but it's more so about the sublimation class, and that information is going to be out very, very soon. But this is your opportunity to get this at our lowest price of the season. This is the lowest price that our paper will be available at. And it's right now, it's already on sale. It's at a sale price, but we've added an additional discount code that gets you $10 off of our ready to ship paper, whether it's a single pack, the 3-pack set, the full case, it doesn't matter. It's $10 off, ready to ship, every single pack. Or every single, like how the unit is. If it's a 3-pack, you're already getting a discount on the 3, and then you just get $10 off of that one like listing. So take advantage of that before it goes away, because again, we don't do Black Friday and Cyber Monday. We have other deals and things that we promote during that time. So take advantage of that now, because it won't be that way. You have to be in Creative Lounge in order to get the really great deals, or be on our email list and actually check your emails for those exclusive discounts and sales and promos. Okay. But we have also our Bachelors of Silhouette Science. It's a program that we did a few years ago. You now get access to all of that training. And we basically take what is taught in Essentials and we break it down and put it into different designs. So now you're doing beginner level designs with all of the tools and functions that you have learned from Silhouette, like from Essentials of Silhouette Studio. And it was actually, some of this was the baseline for Essentials, because I end up redoing Essentials in 2022 when we did the 30-day. And so this was kind of like the baseline for that particular training. So right now it's 75% off, and it tells you on the listing to make sure that you use the code to get the 75% off. It is not automatic at checkout. You have to put in the code. If you check your description, there is a code to get 50% off of Essentials of Silhouette Studio. That right now is SS Giving 50. SS Giving 50 to get 50% off of Essentials of Silhouette Studio. If you are anyone that is doing anything printed, sublimation, printing for stickers, printing to Caesar DTV, Jet Pro 3G, you're sending off for DTF prints, anything that you do print wise, you want to have color charts. You want to send your color charts to your DTF printer. That way you can see exactly how their colors print out. And when you are creating designs and filling in colors, even to create something that's an ombre or gradient effect, you want to use the right color code so that you're not surprised once you get your prints back. You're not surprised once you print something out for sublimation from your printer that you have converted and it was a dye-based printer, so colors are not going to be accurate. This is going to be the most, like, this is going to be the way to get the most accurate color settings. It's using the color chart. You want to print them out from a regular printer and then reference it when you are filling in colors. And for sublimation, you want to print it out and sublimate it to some sort of fabric. Felt sheets are really inexpensive. I also have it where I sublimate it to a tumbler. Those things, those substrates allow you to see the colors sublimated to a hard substrate that's like stainless steel, and you can see the gloss and the shine and pick the right color. And you'll notice that there might be a slight color difference when you're putting it on fabric. And depending on the fabrics that are more cotton-like, the color shift is a little bit different than on something that is more of like the shiny or semi-glossy type look. They vary. So get you a color chart. If nothing else, if you don't go on our website and get anything else, make sure that you are getting the color chart. Okay. I don't know if it sends out notifications. That's actually, you know what? I don't know. I must say, because I don't think I'm in anyone's like subscription-based thing that goes to the same system that I use. So I'm not quite sure. I would recommend putting it on your calendar. Yeah, I can always go in and tell you when it's going to expire, but I don't know. I don't know if it tells you that it's about to expire. That's an interesting one. November 27th, though. I'll tell you that. November 27th. So if it does, it'll probably tell you by next Wednesday. I think it probably, if it does, it may do like a week, but November 27th is the day. All right. So if there are no new questions, thank you guys so very much. Oh, I forgot. Creative Lounge. What she's asking about is Creative Lounge. I'm going to go over to my dashboard. So you can enroll in the Creative Lounge. That is where our design challenges will take place. Yesterday, we went over ornaments and different ways to create the templates for your ornaments, different ways to design and crop things to ornaments. We still have the TV trays and photo collages in letters and numbers for the next, like it'll be one or the other for the next two design sessions. We have a pro call tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next week, Monday, we have Canva 101. So we're just going to take a look at Canva for those who are interested in incorporating that into your designing as a design option, especially on the go. We have some topics on business and, preparing if you decide that, starting next year, you want to do, you want to start like an LLC and provide some separation. It does not provide full-on protection. Some people always say it provides this protection, but it does not. It can protect you from your personal assets being a part of a lawsuit, but it doesn't protect you from lawsuits. You're still subject to those. And you need to have business liability insurance so that you're not paying it from your business, which in turn still takes away from your personal finances. So we have discussions like that for you to get a full understanding of business, if that is something that you desire to do. And for some, they're like, okay, that's team too much. My brain is not ready to process all of that. I just want a really successful side hustle right now, instead of trying to figure out all of these other true like business components. So yeah, and then we'll have our session so that you guys are prepared for filing your taxes, especially if you took any type of digital payments. They have reported you to the IRS that they've given you that money. It's a lot different than when you work in cash. So you are going to need to put that on your taxes. Even if you go to a tax professional, you want to make sure that you understand everything that they are putting on your taxes. You have some that try and help you out and get you a refund back, even if you have a business, or make it where you don't owe so much. But that can bite you in the butt. You are ultimately responsible for whatever is submitted. So you want to understand that process. And we're going to have a session where we're going to go over your taxes and what can be claimed and not claimed and things like that. So if you are looking to convert your hobby into a monetized side hustle, you still are responsible for taxes. You want to be in the room for that discussion. Okay. Heading over to purchase the color chart and more paper. Awesome. Awesome. Thanks, Jesse. But that's what the Creative Lounge is all about. It's subscription based. You can cancel at any time. All right. So until next time, guys, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.